Assalamualaikum and a very good evening to teachers Malili and friends. My name is Tengku Naqiyatul Azizah, and today I am filming this video to give a review and share my thoughts on a book that I just recently finished reading, and here is the book I have with me. It is entitled The Girls and written by Emma Cline. It is one of the worldwide bestseller book of all time, and I can assure you that this book really deserved the title the worldwide bestseller. Now, what is actually the genre of this book? Okay, so this book is a historical fiction book and it contains around 353 pages, including 4 main parts. First and foremost, before getting into the brief synopsis of the novel, I would like to tell you guys that this book is actually inspired by the Manson family, which was an infamous cult based in California, and they were active around the late 1960s. And the most terrifying part is that they had committed series of disturbing murders. Okay, so essentially this book is about a 14-year-old girl named Evie who was probably in the most miserable period of time in her life as her parents were divorced and she had no friends. So during this time, she was just a lonely teenager who was desperate to be noticed and loved. Someday in the summer of 1969, it was just still empty days stretched ahead of Evie. Until one day she stopped at the park and she saw the girls with these rugged dresses on looking so carefree, and it looked like freedom surrounded them. Evie automatically was intoxicated, especially by 17-year-old Susan, and eventually Evie just living in this ranch surrounded by musicians, and one of them was Russell. As Evie's obsession towards Susan intensifies, she was caught up with this lifestyle that she didn't notice of something terrifying that was approaching her. Now let's move on to the aspect of characters. So while I was reading the book, I was totally fascinated by each and every character that was in the book because I feel like they are all unique in their own ways and they all have different styles and personality trait. However, I do not find any of these characters to be likable. Hence, I do not have any favorite character at all. I think this is really important because it shows that author Emma Cline does not glamorize cults, murderers, criminals, and this group of people. This book is just really focused on how dangerous, filthy, and disturbing these group of people are. Moreover, I firmly believe that nobody in their right mind would misinterpret this book to be a glamorization of cults. I had come into a realization that it was actually the relationship between the girls that acts as the book's main preoccupation. This novel turns on the idea that only the girls can give each other the love and attention that they need, and they notice the things we want noticed. Surprisingly, there are quite some things that I had learned from this book. First and foremost is that we should never judge a book by its cover, like Evie did with Suzanne. So this applies in real life, that you should never judge how someone actually is just by their appearance, because their appearance does not define who they really are on the inside. Last but not least, what I had learned from this book is that we should never judge someone for their past, because we never really know what was going on with their life that led to them having this bad past. To conclude, The Girls, this book is not 100% about Evie's devotion towards the cult, but more of Evie's obsession with Suzanne that makes her obey and love Suzanne very much, that she keeps on rekindle the friendship even though Suzanne was a murderer. Everyone should give this book a chance and try to at least read few first pages and get used to the writing style, I can assure you that this would be your next favorite book. That is all from me. Thank you so much for watching.